Well, Carla, thanks for talking to us here on Blues TV. We sit here in the middle of the international break, 7 games in, 9 points on the board. How do you assess the first third of the season?
Very good. Exceeded expectations for both myself, the girls, the fans, I suppose the football club. You know, the position we were in when sort of pre-season ended, it was a very different situation. So, no, I would say we're pleased, but look, we've still got a long way to go in ensuring that we maintain WSL status.
Yeah, you alluded to it there. You knew how big a job it was, or you knew it was a big job at least in the summer. 8 senior players, you felt that some had perhaps fallen out of love with the game. So how did you go from that situation there to where we are today?
Bit of heart, bit of effort, bit of mindset. You know, I talk a lot to the players around togetherness. You know, if you can look right and left and know that they're going to look after each other, then it's half the battle in football. And I maintain that is the case. You know, even in recent weeks, down to sort of 12, 13 bodies, you just know they're not going to let each other down. And I think that's important. And that in itself can win you points. And I'm a big believer in that.
Has that siege mentality served you well? You know, creating that atmosphere and that mindset where it's everybody else against us as a tight group.
Yeah, I love it. And I actually said to someone not long ago, you know, we don't want to win too many games because we might lose the underdog tag, and then all of a sudden that siege mentality changes slightly. So, no, we enjoy it. We enjoy being, you know, we enjoy having everything against us. It's a weird mentality, but, you know, we enjoy it, the group do. But if you look around the squad, you've got a bunch of players that have left clubs for various reasons. A lot of them have got points to prove. You know, some here from last season that maybe perhaps feel that they didn't have the best season. So all in all, I would say we've got a group that want to really show what they're about, and they're certainly doing that.
Has there been a turning point in the first 7 games where you thought, okay, we've got enough here where we can be competitive?
Brighton away in the FA Cup semi-final, I thought, you know, to concede in the 89th minute was heart-wrenching. But the way that the group reacted through extra time, you know, where they were leggy, everybody were leggy. So I think that moment, that day, I sat there and thought, we're going to be all right. And on the way back on the bus, I'm not going to lie, I wanted a glass of wine. And you sat there and you're thinking, yeah, you know what, this group, they've showed today they've got something special about them. And yeah, I think that was the real turning point.
I'm also conscious that as we sit here, we are only a third of the way through the season, so the season's not done just yet.
No.
What is the next step for this group? Because I know you'll demand a lot more from us.
Yeah, listen, we've got a target, our own targets that we want to achieve. We're not quite there yet, so I think it's a case of keep working hard. You know, they're away on international break at the minute. We've got a number out injured as well, so when players are back in this week, standards need to be raised, quality needs to be raised, everything, and then can we go up another notch? So, you know, the standards are high, the quality's high, but we want to make sure that we keep improving. So, again, it's got to be raised again, and I know this group will.
You mentioned that word, the standards that you've set and this group has set for themselves. Was that a good example of that was after the Villa result? Because like you say, everybody outside the club were probably sitting there thinking, what a result, you've just gone and beat the big rivals at their place for the first time in the WSL, and yet you were far from satisfied that day.
Yeah, it was a terrible game. What a game. I actually said to the players at half-time, I was bored. It was terrible. You know, it was not a great advert for the women's game. But you know what? At the end of the 90 minutes, I went into the huddle and I said, I'll let you enjoy it, even though the performance was poor, because we know what it means to the players and the staff. But for 2 days, I analysed the game and I was upset to say the least. So when we got in on Monday morning, we wanted to address it as a group. But the good thing is, look, the group knew that the performance wasn't right. But at the end of the day, we found a way to win. And again, it's that mentality of finding a way to win and doing all you can. So pleased, but yeah, certainly a lot to learn.
I think it's fair to say you have been plagued by injuries in recent weeks. How big a challenge has that been?
Massively. I'll be honest. I've kicked everything in the office. I've honestly I've had meltdown after meltdown these last few weeks. I've been stressed mind. But you know what? Every single time that we select a squad, you look at it and you think these girls are going to look after each other. These girls are going to give me everything. And actually, as much as it's not ideal having limited numbers, we know that the girls that are going out there are going to give you everything. And if they give you everything, I will always say, doesn't matter about the score. It does not matter about the result. If you give me everything, you give me 100%, then we'll take the rest.
Did this international break then come at a good time for you, just to have that couple of weeks to get a few back?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've had 3 in training all week, no joke. Today we had 9, which was good. By Friday next week, 2 days leading into Arsenal, we should have 14. That's the reality. Not ideal, but it is what it is. And we know, look, let's be honest, December's a month that we probably aren't expected to pick up a point. Make no bones about it. Arsenal, Everton, City, 3 teams, 3 games that really we want to try and go and look for a performance rather than a result. And if we can get any result, then great.
You mentioned that about the Arsenal game first up, genuine title contenders. Is that just a game where the girls have to be at their best on the day to get anything from the game?
Oh, 100%. But we'll go there in the mindset of we've got to be difficult to beat. We've got to stick together. We've got to make sure that we do everything we can possibly do. And if that's good enough to get something, great. And if it's not, but the performance is right, then we'll go away happy.
Finally, lots of speculation regarding your future, Carla, in recent weeks. It means at least you're doing something right if you're getting that speculation. I know you wanted to address them. So in terms of speculation from outside the club, where do you sit as we talk now?
Yeah, I think, look, naturally when there's speculation, it's overwhelming, I'll be honest, because, I've only been in the division a few months. But for me, I came to this football club to do a job, and that was maintain WSL status. So, my future's here. I don't want to go anywhere else. The job's half done. It's not done yet. So as far as I'm concerned right now, it's about the players, the staff, the football club. I've had great conversations with the board this week, and I can honestly say that after those conversations, we are very much on the same page, and both want the same things for Birmingham City women. It's you can't get rid of me just yet.
Good news. Carla, thank you ever so much for talking to us.
Thank you.